everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to the channel. I apologize if you can hear my air conditioner going in the background. It is currently 83 degrees in this room and I'm kind of hot. So for July 2024, Fandom Flakies is inspired by the video game Baldur's Gate. If you are new to Fandom Flakies is an indie collaboration between Night Owl Lacquer, Bee's Knees Lacquer, and Ribbits Stickits. Each month they get together to do a limited edition collection box inspired by something fandom related. All the items released in this box are considered limited edition and are exclusive to the Fandom Flakies box. I'll have all of the pricing information at the end of the video, but the Fandom Flakies box for July is available right now on fandomflakies.com, which I have linked in the description box. Some exciting news regarding Fandom Flakies is they are bringing back the subscription feature if you want to subscribe to the box and just get each box every single month. Today's video is sponsored by Fandom Flakies, so thank you very much to Fandom Flakies for sponsoring today's video. And of course, as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. So in the description box, links to where you can pick everything up. I also have all the pricing and stuff down there as well. I'll have links to Fandom Flakies social media pages, my social media pages, plus timestamps, of course. Let's get into this video, and I'm sorry I'm shaking the camera. Let's go. First up, we have Bee's Knees Lacquer with My Little Love. Bee's Knees Lacquer was inspired by Gail and Tara. The brand describes this one as a chocolate brown polish with a purple shimmer with a ton of holographic flakes. And Bee's Knees does say this is a new purple lion cousin. My Little Love had a fantastic formula. As you can see here, this one does start off fairly sheer, so it does need building up so you can really see that chocolatey base. To get the most out of that base color, I do think this one looks best built up in 3 coats. It is still slightly on the sheer side, so I did have visible nail line when building this one up in 3 coats, but between the shimmer and the holographic, I thought this looked fantastic in 3 coats. It's a very slight color shift in the shimmer. It's not just purple. In person, I was seeing a purple to a reddish purple color. Typical Bee's Knees fashion, the holographic flakes do give you quite a bit of holographic sparkle, but without any actual texture. You will still want top coat for this one just to smooth everything out and give you a nice glossy finish, but they won't make removal difficult by any means. Also looks fantastic mattified, which is what you saw a moment ago. So that is My Little Love in 3 coats plus glossy top coat. Again, nothing in here is going to dry down textured. Removal will be a little bit messy, but by no means overly difficult. Next up is Night Owl Lacquer with Baldur's Brain Rot. The brand describes this one as a coral curly base filled with a multi-chrome flake that shifts from fuchsia to copper to gold to green. Baldur's Brain Rot had a fantastic formula. This is another one that starts off a little bit sheer, so you do need to build it up. However, unlike the previous polish, I do think you can reach full opacity with this one. Full and swatches show this one in 3 coats. I don't remember why I chose to swatch it in 2 coats for the live swatch. It's just a tiny bit too sheer for me to call it a solid 2-coater, but I do think if you have very short nails without much of a free edge, you could get passable coverage in 2 coats. A really interesting shade of coral, honestly. It led me down a very strange Google search while I was trying to figure out if this was the color of brain rot.
You what?
Do not recommend doing that, just FYI. It's a really interesting shade, by the way. I feel like the color itself leans a little bit towards the prugly side. I found on me, this is a more warm tone shade, so it did make my hands look a little bit red, I found in the video portion. I do think the flakies give the polish a slightly brown lean. Flakies do all spread out very evenly and easily. They do not dry in any way textured. You will, however, want glossy top coat just to make everything look nice and smooth. Removal won't be the most difficult thing in the world, but I still would recommend the soak off method. I also have a couple of items from Ribbits Stickits to share with you all. The first being the Ribbits Stickits car freshener. Look how cute that is. There's little glitters in here, and so in order for you to see the glitters, you do have to kind of shake it around a little bit, but there are little glitters in there. So I thought that was kind of neat. So the scent description on this one is called Mind Flayer Tadpole, and it's described as being a salty marine tones and ozone blend with bright grapefruit, leafy greens, rose, lavender, and creamy avocado with cedar wood and amber. The cedar wood and amber, I think, is very strong. I can pick up that there is some kind of fruitiness to it, but I find that the cedar wood smell is making this lean a bit more towards like what my mind thinks of as a more masculine scent, which is not my personal thing. So basically how you use this product, it comes with a little stopper here. See the little stopper? You just gotta pry that up and open it. like that. You put the cap back on. Okay, I got the actual directions. I was going solely based on memory. It does come with written directions, so you don't have to come back to watch my video to know how to use it. So then once you take the stopper off, you put the wooden block back on, and then you hold it upside down for 3 seconds, and the wooden lid will soak up the product. Lid here does soak up the oil. And then the brand also says to just tie this to the rear view mirror in your car. And boom, car air freshener. So the brand does say in order to keep the fragrance going, you do occasionally have to just tip it back over again. I've never personally tried one of these in my car, so I don't know how long this little guy will do you for. You know what? I feel like now that I'm smelling it more, I feel like I actually do kind of like, initially I didn't think I was gonna like this one, but I do kind of like this now. I also did receive a couple of water slide decals from Ribbits Stickits this month. As always, I found the water slide decals super easy to work with. For the base for my nail art, I use Mooncat's pink nail primer, and then I use Hollow Taco's lunar unicorn skin. The water slide decals are basically on a clear sheet, so if you want to put these over a dark base, you do need to put a white base underneath of the sticker before you apply it onto your nail. I would recommend using white acrylic paint if you want to do that instead of nail polish. I got that tip from the owner of Ribbits Stickits, but if you use a light colored base, you generally do not need to add a white backing to these. For my nail art for this one, I did not use a white back. The individual decal sheets for this month, the Baldur's Gate decal sheet is going to be $5. The That's How I Roll sheet is going to be priced at $7. This nifty car freshener is priced at $9. And then there are also a couple other Ribbits Stickits items that I did not receive, but pricing on those is $5 for a vinyl sheet, $4 for the acetone additive, $10 for the perfume oil, and then $9 for the hand and cuticle cream. And then all of the items that Ribbits Stickits has that are scented items this month all have the same fragrance as the car freshener. Alrighty, so final thought. Admittedly, I have never played Baldur's Gate. I was interested in this game initially. I can't really speak on how well I think all of these items fit into the Baldur's Gate game, although I think this also is a like card game. I'm a little fuzzy. I just have heard of this because of the video game. This isn't like my kind of game that I usually play, so I don't have a lot of thoughts on how accurate these are to the theme. I will say, as a way of exposing myself, when I saw there was a Baldur's Gate video game that came out, I think that was last year or earlier this year, when I had initially seen people talking about it, they were talking about like all of the things you can do in the game. Specifically, what I was seeing on my feeds were like dating. And I use the word date very loosely. So I was actually kind of interested in trying this game because I thought it was a dating sim. And I thought it was just so weird, some of the characters that you could date. And then right before I went to go buy it, I discovered that it was not in fact a dating sim. So I lost interest. So yeah, I think both polishes were fantastic, and the Ribbits Stickits items always kill it as well. If you are new to my Fandom Flakies reviews, I do not personally pick favorites from Fandom Flakies, mostly because in order to get the polishes, you have to buy both polishes together, and I don't like picking favorites on something that like you can't get separately. As far as pricing and sale information goes, the Fandom Flakies box for July is available right now on fandomflakies.com. The polish only box is priced at $22 plus shipping. There is also an option to pick up the Fandom Flakies box for $33 plus shipping, and with that box you will get both polishes plus both Ribbits Stickits decal sheets. And again, these are all limited edition products. The sale window closes on July 19th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. I would love to know what everyone thought of this release. Are you planning on picking it up? Have you already picked it up? Also, if you are a fan of this theme, I would love to know what you think of how accurate these polishes are to the inspiration. So just thank you all for joining me for today's video. I hope you don't mind the messy chaos that is my nail room. My last couple of videos, my face has not been in it, and I felt kind of bad that I haven't been doing that. So I was just like, let me just do something really quick so y'all could at least see my mug. Before we end today's video, I want to give a very special shout out to my channel members, Shenanigans. Just thank you guys so much for the love and support. Names, of course, are all on the screen right now. We do have a members only live stream happening this coming Friday, and of course there is a link in the description box if you'd like to sign up for channel memberships, or you can click join next to the subscribe button. So just thank you all for joining me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to give this video a big old like. It really does help the channel quite a bit. I also have a new second channel where I post some non-nail polish content. If that's your cup of tea, come join us over there. You get to get tales of my dog trying to fight a bear. Once again, thank y'all for joining me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful weekend. Please try to stay cool and safe. It is brutal out there right now. I say as like a drop of sweat drips down my face. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! When I get high, I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian.
Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm